Good morning, January 28th, 2021. This time, and your friend is here. Your friend to talk about various issues, engineering issues, non engineering issues, field issues, design issues, contract issues, many such issues which are of utmost significance to everybody, whether or not you are in profession of engineering or otherwise you are a common public member. These issues have been very significant from every point of view. Being civil engineer, it's my duty to apprise people about what is right or what is not right. Buildings and non-buildings, all structures are important. Buildings means your life friend, your life parent, building that stays for you, for your generations, for decades to come, and in some cases for centuries to come. Sometimes you inherit building, sometimes you make building, in some cases you spend whole your life to make money, make savings, and to spend that saving onto making some structure for you in which you can house yourself forever. You house for yourself or whoever houses itself in that structure. It's question of life and death. It's question of health that one uses that structure. Structure that we build or someone owns is for happiness, is for healthy environment, is for you can say for sleeping sweet dreams. If this structure in which you are living or you may live could be a threat to life because of being unsafe, in that case we can say there is no meaning of that structure if it does not serve intended purpose for which it has been built. Intended purpose means okay, it's your residence, but it should be safe from every respect. It should be giving you healthy environment to live, and there should be pleasure you should draw from that throughout life without any kind of stress, tension or something. I think all your savings go to that building you own or you make or you buy. If you buy it, well, it's your duty to ensure that this building or good that you receive is worth your money. Nobody obliges on you when somebody sells you that structure, the building. Nobody does any specific or any special, you can say, obligation on you. Nobody does that. Whoever sells you that building, it's either for profit or for something or for making money. But you think you're getting something as if you never could get that. Well, every building or other infrastructure or industrial projects that we have all over the world constitute development of world. Generally, I think more than 70% expenses or budget goes to such projects. Your house, your building is also one. It may be apartment, it may be bungalow, or it may be very small project or very small house, or whatever you have. It should not be full of risks. It should be risk free. Civil engineering is that science which is competent enough to give you a good structure. It is civil engineering that gives you life, gives you standards, gives you a concrete product which is quite consistent to get you that environment, which is your right. It's not simple. You can say, you can think, oh, I got a roof and I'm lucky. You got a roof that you are lucky. That phrase should go. You got a roof because you got it. You purchased it, you bought it, or you made it, you built it. You spend your money, and you just like you buy some other item from market, whatever item. You never say I got lucky to buy milk. You never say I got this floor by luck, or you cannot say I purchased this item from market by luck. But some people say, oh, I got a roof and I'm lucky. Some people, some elements in society do exist who mislead all. They do not have any kind of engineering background, engineering knowledge, engineering experience, but they claim everything they have. Such types of illiterate, ill-experienced builders, promoters, or contractors, all be full people, and they just do their business. They explain in such a way that owners who are going to pay them are convinced, but what structures they deliver are not to mark. These structures cannot be called engineers' structures because there is no involvement of engineers on them, and without involvement of engineers on such structures, I cannot call, and you should not call these structures professionally competent one. Though you have spent money, you are not getting that product you should have. That point is very important to understand. You don't get that product just in spite that you spent all money, all your life saving. That point is very important, and some people think, oh, why should I be busy with that? I don't have time to take headache of providing all these materials and workers. Let contractor do, or let builder do. Don't forget that this building that you are going to buy is your building, and there is no way that you can't, there is no way that you can say I had no time. Even if you spend few months on that building, don't forget that you are going to use it, or your future kids, your heredity, your survivors would use them, and their survivors would use them for decades to come. Buildings may stay for 50 years, 100 years, 150 years, nobody knows. In designs we take some consideration, but by retrofitting, by you can increase life of structure. So do not take it just because I don't have time, we don't have time, we are busy people, we can't take this headache. And other guys take undue advantage of that, and these are contractors and builders. You are ready to pay millions of rupees to these people just because you don't have time even to think of that. And after taking occupation of that position of that and starting living in that, you start finding various defects. Oh, this is no good, there's no good water supply, this is cracking, this is that cracking, so many defects to talk of, and it means that you got a kachra or you got a scrap, you didn't buy building. Why is that? Involvement of engineer on engineering is very important. It's not because I am saying that I am an engineer, question is not that. Structure is very much technical, very much technological, and it has, you can say, science of engineering has rocketed, skyrocketed. It has skyrocketed. It's not simply science now. Technology is that vast that even your computers can answer. People say designs are available, everything is available. Yes, that's available indeed, but designs are available for purpose of designs. Designs can be done indeed, but what about work on site? You have very good design, very good architecture of building, and very good finishes, and you feel pleased, see what beautiful building it is. Right? By looking at beauty or aesthetics of the building or decoration of building, you say, oh, see what a beautiful building I got. Yes, you can see, you can say aesthetically it's very good, decoration wise it's excellent, and people come, your guest comes, your relative comes and appreciate your building is very good. Oh, what a beautiful building, you are a very intelligent person, what paint on this and what timber work on this and what, you know, you look at exterior, you look at cosmetism of building, you're not thinking of what is behind that. The same thing, my skin is very beautiful, I am fair color, shining one, moisturized one, but if you go behind your skin, what do you find? It's same thing building is all about. Same thing building is all about. See, main part of building is its structure. Building, or you can say all other structures, all this bridge, or you can say even infrastructure, below ground infrastructure. Everywhere structure is very important. Even pipelines, pipelines can also settle. Roads, the structure of road is also very important. Similarly, dams, similarly, whatever you consider in your life, it's very important to have good structure, or we call reliable structure. Reliable means it should be safe, it should serve, and it should be durable. That means reliable minimum. There can be more parameters added to that. Reliability, if not achieved, you did not achieve anything, to be very frank. Your millions of rupees do not give you back what you thought of or what you desired. There is misinformation and there is lack of knowledge, lack of information, we can say. Quality that should work does not work. System does not exist. People are not well taught. People are not, educated. I mean, general awareness is not available. And those engineers who are well educated, well qualified, I think they rarely work in public. Rarely. Those who work in public, they work through architects, and architects play a higher role in that case. They think engineers are their servants, and architects are real professionals. They think so. That's not true. Architect job is different. Different in the case, it says that architect does not understand fully what is building, what is structure. It is job of engineer to talk to structure, to give birth to structure, to bring structure up, and to take care of everything. While job of architect is to design building spaces, building elevations, building plans, building designs, so their shape should be given, but it should be in consonance to structural designers' acceptance. If a structural designer sits with architect and architect sits with structural designer, they work together. I think that's best approach I can say. But it rarely happens. Dictate should not happen. Generally, exclusive vision of architect should not be accepted, because failure of architecture doesn't mean anything if structure is safe, and excellent architecture doesn't mean anything if structure is unsafe. Structure unsafe means everything is unsafe. You may spend 200% cost of structure on your finishes, but if structure is not safe, your finishes are not durable. Your finishes won't work. There will be distresses everywhere. It's a very important point we have to realize. My statement doesn't mean I'm going to criticize someone. It's question of public safety. It's not question of adverse remarks on someone, on some professional. Architects and engineers actually are similar professions with little difference. Little difference means architects study history of architecture while engineers do not read that. Architects study design of architecture while engineers study design of structures. Otherwise, you can say almost all are same. Construction practice is done by engineers because they are experts on that, while architects don't have that much experience or expertise in that, except finishes item, you can say. Structure constitutes major activity on sites in structure. It may be RCC structure, or it may be pre-stressed structure, or structural steel. You can say brickwork, block work, or stone masonry are obsolete, in fact, to that extent that these are used as infills, not as structural elements. RCC or concrete, you can say concrete plus reinforcing steel, we call steel rods, you call them. These combination products, these composite products, play a very important role in buildings, in structures. If you don't value these materials, because these materials are very expensive, steel is expensive, concrete is expensive. Not only expensive, these require attention by everybody. There's system, there's technology, complete world of concrete and steel, and that must be understood. But generally it happens that common man cannot reach to that level of understanding. Common citizen or common owner does not think about that. They want very good building, very strong building, and very long-lived building, but they don't give value they should give. I have experienced that. I don't understand reason behind that except that who takes headache? This phrase, how can I take headache? Give it to contractor or give it to builder and let that person take care of this. Easy, very easy, This is very easy solution. But you want that building to serve you forever. But you have no time for that building even to think of that, to just few couple of months. You don't have for that. Your job, you go on job and you don't have time for that. And this weak point everybody knows. And they abuse this point. So you lose something. You have time to buy vegetable. You have time to buy to go to mall to shopping for shopping, and you can fly for tours. You have time for all that, but you don't have time for your support of life. That's a building that will give something forever. You have time for kids' marriage. You have time for everything, but you don't have time for your building, which is support for all your family. It's not psychological statement I'm making, it's a fact. You trust in that builder or promoter who is just there to make money. You trust in that contractor who just talks very politely and says, I can do everything. I can do better building, whatever you want I will give. A fact is never gives that. Never, never, never. But you are convinced because of speaking or salesmanship of that person. If that person doesn't talk like this, then you won't be convinced. The spy person is not qualified. You trust that person. And if engineer says something to you, you don't trust. That's the point, This is a negative understanding about engineer. Oh, he charges this much. Fees are high. He means you have some kind of misunderstanding about engineering. It's only, I think, this country where this happens. All parts of this country treat like that. South, north, east, west, wherever you go, you will find that type of, because those who do not know engineering, they are experts. And those who know engineering, people don't worry about them. This is life, I say, this is life. And this concept should go. This concept should go because if your structure is not strong, it's not quality based, certainly you lose something. You lose your money. You lose your money. You may not give full fare to a rickshawala and fight with him for 10 rupees or 5 rupees. You may fight with someone else in market, but you are ready to spare lakhs of rupees to those people who cheat you. I simply say, cheat you or mislead you or do whatever they should not do, because this is their business and they want to make money. Only objective of these people is to make money by builder, promoter, contractor, whoever. There may be any law, there may be something, or it's only for formality. Nobody cares. You go to municipality, you go to authority, you got building permit, you do whatever you want. You sign everything, contract sign everything, you accept every condition. But all those are futile papers because you are not getting quality on site. Ultimately, site, what you get on site, what you get in product. Forget design, forget everything is fine. Even structure design, well, it's very, perfect design, but if you do not implement that, everything is back to square one. It's zero. You spend a lot of money to architect, you got building permit, got everything, you signed every paper, will certify, will engage engineer will take care of this, and at end you are not getting that product. But papers are over, signs are done, signatures are done by architect, by someone else, and you can say formality is over, but building is not quality one. Just like you claim product should be quality one, you aspire quality products, you aspire everything fine. There's a quality system in buildings also, but who bothers? Nobody bothers. Even in big companies, people don't bother, they just fulfill everything. I don't blame engineers for this because it's question of giving responsibility first. Very rare engineers I've seen in practice because they are not valued. It's your structure ultimately. It's not engineer's structure. Engineer is just there to help you, and if you don't want help, no one can do anything. If you believe in a mason, if you believe in a carpenter, if you believe in a non-engineering person who makes your building, if you trust that person, nobody can help you. You don't understand, you think only concrete. When you see inside being done, some sand or some dust, some aggregate, some water, some cement, all are added and put only for you. This is concrete, nothing else, right? Some broken planks support your concrete, and your some rusted steel you used to using, and nobody speaks anything. You think that's engineering. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that people do not know what is construction engineering, and nobody tries to know. Nobody, oh, okay, I is the building. They think that construction is engineering only. For you, that construction only is engineering, which you see, that's only engineering. It's unfortunate, and common people think like that. Only engineers know what is behind, but if engineers study and they don't get job, they don't get all that, they also sometimes feel, why should I worry? If I am getting my salary, if I am getting my money, it's okay, fine. If owner is not serious, whose money this building is going to produce, whose money this building is coming up, if that owner itself is not serious, why should we worry about that? That generally happens. If owner is not serious, why should worry about that? Because we can say help you only if you wish help. If you don't wish help, what can you do? What can I do? But don't forget, your money is going out. Your building is eating your money without any quality system. That is very important point. You are thinking too much for a small amount that engineer could charge, but you are ready to sacrifice money for what? I don't know for what. You are ready to sacrifice your money without quality. You don't achieve any quality, but you spend money. That is unfortunate, really. This happens, and should not happen. But decades have lapsed, decades have gone, and this problem could not be solved. I don't know why. There are certain set understanding. I'm not going to stay in this building. I'm going to rent this building, or I'm going to sell this building. So why should I worry about that? Yes, it is your money. You are just going to invest this money, and investment doesn't mean anything. Okay, I am just investing. I'll dispose it after 1 year, 2 years. So why should I worry? Person who buys it, that is his problem. That person is not involved, who buy it later on, but you are transferring responsibility to that unknown identity. This is your problem, not that person's problem. But that person would trust only the buyer, that's all. And maybe that person also buys to invest and then sell further. So this product which you are dealing is only for transactions and not for use. But somebody is going to use that, otherwise how can you sell it? Unfortunately, that person is going to occupy that forever, and that person did not make any mistake, yet that person has to suffer that mistake. Suffer for the mistake. Why? It's because of a person who was engaged on constructing that building, or that owner that time. It's fault of that person. And all those who further involved in transaction, and also a person who uses them. So this is a chain. You cannot generate quality in such a system. That is impossible. And then cry on, then complain. Oh, that slab collapsed, that roof collapsed. There was this cremation ground, that roof collapsed. So many people died. And then chapter is closed, some inquiry commission, something, and then never it's solved. Never. How many cases have been there to see since independence, or you can say in many decades for question. It means how many cases have been there and what inquiry result? Nothing, all futile, nothing happened, quality is still unsafe. Still there is no quality system that should exist. And that's fault of whose? I cannot pinpoint is responsibility of this or responsibility of that. Building is building, structure is structure, you should understand that. You may not live in this world, but your building shall live. Your children shall use, their children shall use. You should keep that in mind. I'm guessing. We should have different approach towards buildings, towards concrete. You should have patience, you should have time for that, or else you suffer. When I see people are constructing, contractors are constructing, and there is no one on their head to see, I can't expect owners to know all that. So I think a routine exists. We cannot get building quality system done in general public, or even in companies, you can say, in organizations that deal with experts. Experts are able, because when there is no value of someone, who bothers? Engineer may also say, oh, I am getting my salary, that's fine, why should I worry about that? I should think of that much, why should I fight with contractors? And architects may start compromising quality. So, everywhere there is deterioration despite quality system is available all over the world. It's question of adopting or not adopting, it's up to you. If somebody talks of that, oh, this man is from overseas, he worked there, that's why he's talking like this. सब चलता है भाई यहाँ पे, क्या क्वालिटी सब क्वालिटी है. You will find all types of statements from people, and they will argue without knowing anything, and they will say, you are not practical. I have got this compliment, not one time, not two times, many times. You are not practical. Means if you speak lies, if you don't respect quality, if you don't respect material, if you talk of engineering, if you talk something, you are not practical. And if you speak lies, okay, speak lies. Please honor. I will do best, don't worry. I will do you best, don't worry. I take whole guarantee without any liability, without any responsibility, of course. So, I should say I'm just telling you like a story. But fact remains that this is abused. Buildings are abused. No building is quality building as far as I know, except maybe some buildings only 2-3%. 98% buildings are quality less buildings. Even in government, even in private companies, everywhere I've seen, quality system does not work. Yes, papers are filled. Everything is filled. Papers would say it's quality, everything. They will have permits, they will have completion. Everything will be available on papers. Paper quality is there, not real quality. If you are happy with paper quality, I don't think there is any system that if building fails, papers would save it. I don't think there is any some machine that these papers would save that building from failure. To my knowledge, there is no such system. That these papers which in file of government or somewhere else, this can prop falling building. It doesn't happen. So, what to do? That's my point. I'm not trying to bore you. I'm just trying to provide you with or equip you with information that there is something that should be considered. It's not simply that because it's not system only, you have to respect system. Respecting system is your point, is your responsibility. It's not the responsibility of myself or yourself. If you don't respect your money, if you don't respect system, means you don't respect your money. This means you don't want a good building. You don't want a quality building. People say cement is less in this concrete, so it's bad. This is just a concept only. It's less cement or more cement. You don't understand. Forget engineering. Common sense. Very common sense. Uh, People, even shuttering they don't use properly. They just decide column size according to their homework and say, okay, we'll keep this much. This happens. Or I've contacted, so I don't have this column shutters. I'll use this 9-inch by 9-inch or 9-inch by 1 feet, and that's all. Means already everything is designed without designing. Already they have still what to do, how much steel to use. Means such a great conception in this country, where education got no practical meaning, but dirty people, crooks people, or they want to just make money. Those people, they are engaged in such kind of practices, and that's a deplorable. Don't forget that your savings cannot be brought back once you spend them. Don't also forget that building is for many decades, 5 decades, 6 decades, 7 decades, 8 decades, like this. And if your concrete doesn't work, if your concrete doesn't serve perfectly or ideally, your building will not have that age, right? Your building won't have that age. That's also a fact. This means your money's use is reduced. If you thought your building will work for 50 years and it works only for 10 years and deteriorate, this means your money value has come down to 20%. You should work for 50 years and in 10 years it shows signs of distress. So your money value you achieve is reduced. आपने तो क्या सोचा था 50 साल तक बिल्डिंग रहेगी, लेकिन वो तो नहीं काम कर रही है, तो गई. So my dear, I'm just explaining that your money is not enhanced, it goes down if you do not respect quality, you do not respect design, you do not respect anything as such. Then contractor shall not lose, builder shall not lose, and nobody else would lose except you. You may say, I go to court against builder, against promoter. Okay, go to court. What shall happen? Court also doesn't understand quality system. So, it will it will waste your many years without you achieve anything. That is what court system is. So, best only answer is to take care of implementation of system, and that's very important. That's only what I intend. This is civil field engineering, designs, methods, contracts, all must be cared for. And if you don't care for them, they will not care for you. That's also true. After all, system is for you, and it must be respected just like your body system. If you don't care for your body system, it won't work and it will give you pain. Body gives you pain, and that's why you go to doctor and you are happy you can't tolerate pain. But that pain building also has, but you don't care for that because you don't feel that. Building the same thing, I don't know why I had it. I don't know reason for that. I could not walk for 2 days. Sorry, gentlemen. I have talked to you about specifications before. That concrete got certain specifications that must be implemented. If those specifications are not implemented, you can't achieve quality of concrete. And quality of concrete, if not achieved, steel also doesn't perform, though steel is produced by manufacturer and it should have certain properties. But if you can't achieve quality of concrete, you cannot use steel also to that that properties it has been manufactured for. Purpose for which steel should serve, it doesn't serve. If your concrete quality is not good, if your shuttering is not good, if your workmanship is not good, and if controls are not good, everything is related. And if your concrete is not good, your steel doesn't serve. This means design also doesn't serve. Design doesn't serve for which it was done. Lot of thought was made, lot of thought was done to design something, but it also doesn't work. So in fact you can say everything fails, though it's not seen, all efforts done on that go waste. This happens. This happens. Whose doctor to treat is engineering person. Person who has experience, who has academical knowledge, academical education, experience, expertise, only can help to get you professional building, professional structure. If you support that person can help you. If you don't support that person can't help you. Because after all, it's your building, your money, your structure, your life. You have to decide. No one else can. Others can support only, they can't force you. My understanding entirely clear that structure should be very good. It should be professional structure, quality structure. And if it's not done, you can say you lose something, you shall lose something, certainly. When you lose something, remember, concrete is such a material that can be repaired. It is a different material. Once it is hard, no one can help it. That's also true. Practical quality of concrete. Practical quality of concrete is very important. It is the same thing if you are cooking chapati and you do not care for water, how much water should go to flour, and how you have to cook it, how you have to bake this chapati, or you have vegetable preparation. Your vegetable preparation don't have proper ingredients, so you can't expect to get same quality of food. Same thing is here. Concrete technology is not only mixing on site or taking ready mix. That is only very small part of concrete technology. These days you get concrete from ready mix and you feel happy, I got ready mix concrete, while you know nothing about ready mix concrete. And even ready mix people in our country, they do not know what is ready mix. They just sell it, that's all. I have seen people do many beds in concrete. Concrete or mortar, they do many beds without even noticing that. There is a gradation, there is the ingredients, there is ratio, there is proportioning, there is a design mix, grading of aggregates, combined grading of aggregates, water cement ratio, or you can say many such combinations which people do not know. Engineers know, but general people do not know. If you abide by, if you comply with or follow these procedures of concrete controls, I think you will have best structure. You will have best structures. Generally, concrete is composed of Concrete is called composite mix actually. It's not single material. It has many materials with this. And inert materials means it's not reactive materials. You can say uh, these are combined together by cementing process, and that's why you call it cement. That process joins, combines all these rock particles which are called coarse aggregate and dust, or you can say sand particles, which also come from rocks, as well as cement. We call it cement because it does its work as cementing, and it contains lime and silica, and also water, which is a chemical, H2O. These are normal ingredients in concrete. There are many more supplementary cementing system, cementing materials, and admixtures, chemicals, you can say, we use concrete. All these metals have their own properties, which are sometimes helpful and sometimes not helpful. Depends on what type of concrete you have to do. But generally in normal life, normal structures, we use all these. We use all these, and there are set ways, there are defined ways, there are defined methods. Everything is available at international level and national level both. Maybe if it's not available at national level, don't worry, because in engineering we are free to use international codes also. And these codes means quality. These industrial practices means quality. Sometimes codes are not available, it doesn't mean we can't work, because codes are guidances, and we are interested only to get best concrete quality, which is very, very important. Water cement ratio, we call it, means water and cement, what is their proportion. Maybe you may not understand that a bag of cement which is 50 kilogram, when you mix it, how much water should be maximum or how should be minimum. There are ranges of that. Means it should not be below minimum, and it should not be above maximum, and that's called water cement ratio. It may be sometimes 0.4, sometimes 0.5, sometimes 0.3, depending on what type of concrete you have. Let's say 0.4, if you give water over cement is 0.4, you can say water or cement. Let us say theoretically, I'm just idealistically talking. We say water or cement is 0.4. This means cement is say 50 kilogram. So how much should be water? This means 20 kilogram, right? In one bag of cement, when you put in mixer or in batching plant, and if there's no water in your dust or in sand and all dry, then 20 kilogram maximum water can be added, not more than that. You may say only water, how does it make? Means it will go away, it will dry. No, there is a technique, there's a way. More than this ratio if you use, it won't give you that quality, and it will harm concrete. And also same if it is less. Less also is harmful, less water as well as more than required also is harmful. So this is a very small point I'm telling you what is function of water. You cannot blindly add, just like they go on adding. I see on various places they go on adding until they are happy. No, it's okay. That's point we have to consider, means this is very much part of quality, design as well. Then there are many things. Water is not only for mixing, it's for curing also. Curing, you know what is curing? In Hindi you call it tarai. I don't know in what other language they call it. But it's not simply tarai, you can say. Tarai is just a process. Tarai means keep it saturated or keep it water filled. That is, you can say, name given to try, but its purpose is different. It's not name alone. You know, when you add concrete has water in this, when it is liquid form, because we add water, so it becomes liquid, fluid, you can say. Otherwise, it's a dry mix which it cannot work. If you don't add water to concrete or to mortar, this is meaningless, it shall not work. So water is there for its work. Water is there to join all these ingredients of concrete. Water is there to make them useful, make them into their form, concrete or mortar, so that this can be used for purpose of concrete or mortar. So though it's water only, but it's very important part, because water is chemical and it reacts, it reacts all these ingredients together and joins them into a product that is called concrete or mortar. So in fact, you can say that's very important part. Just like you drink water, how you feel. So when concrete materials drink water, how do they feel? That's also a point. You can say that way. Sand, dust or aggregate and cement, all are there in dry position, but they cannot relate, they cannot work together. Yes, their moisture can also do something, but moisture is very small. So until water is added to these ratios, this material pool, these materials do not work at all. This means water is their strength of existence. Water changes their state of dry material or to fluid material, green, or you can say wet state of concrete, from dry state of concreting material. This means water has certain role, right? It has role in manufacturing this material of concrete and mortar. And this is not permanent. Instantly it is, and within few minutes this must be used. This material to which you added water, this must be used within defined time period. And if you cross that time period, then this material becomes defective. This should not be used, in fact. It's waste material, it has no engineering service to give you. Suppose, say, in past there was setting time, we call it setting time of cement, you used to call it. Setting time means in this time it starts setting, and in certain minutes it doesn't work if you do not use it. In setting time is over, it starts setting, and when it starts setting in, or you can say it starts, you can say drying in, you cannot use that material, and within that time you have to use that material. So you can say this is a technical procedure, how many minutes it's over, and whether or not this material, if lying unused, should not be used. But unfortunately people add water into that and use it. That is wrong. So what I am saying is, we have certain definite science behind concrete production, and that science is to be understood well. Do not think physically what is done is right. What is done physically is right, that's not true. They think it is right because they have done it physically. They think it is right because they do it, otherwise practically it's not right. I'm feeling what's happened to me. cold also, I cannot take out my cap, and I'm feeling headache also. What to do? Here is life. We have to understand, and I know everybody cannot understand this, but at least you should know something. It's not necessary you understand thoroughly. Just like example of water, and water is very important in engineering, in construction. We use water for every activity. We don't use petrol or diesel in that. Petrol or diesel is used in cars and vehicles, but not in concrete, and concrete is also a very big car vehicle forever. So water that we drink for our life, building also drink for its life. Building also drinks water for its life. And how much water should building or concrete or mortar drink? That is what is quality. How, after what time it should drink? That's also that one required, Just like you drink water after taking food and drink further and further for your body, same way, concrete or mortar, after even being set or being used in whatever structure, they still need more and more water to do all chemical reactions and to replenish also when there is evaporation on that material, because due to evaporation, water particles are heated up and they you can say are released into air. So there is deficiency in concrete or mortar, and to fulfill that deficiency, to replenish that loss, we put more water on that, which is called curing of concrete. Curing means there's a deficiency, or you can say there's a defect, there's something lost, and to keep that same, just like we drink after dehydration water, you keep drinking water due to dehydration, we say, to replenish water particle losses from our body, we keep drinking. And same principle applies to concrete for certain duration post casting it. That is called curing, means treatment to keep it safe, to keep it worthy, so that its chemical reactions keep on moving, keep on working without your noticing. And day by day, strength is achieved. That's more important. It's not alone strength. Many more properties are attached to that. Density of concrete, you can say porosity of concrete, and many points that I don't want to describe here, because based on those points, your concrete would serve you. Concrete will serve you if it's worth quality system based, and it will not serve you if it doesn't. So this is a very important point. It's only one example of water. It's not simply water that we think of. There's a weather relation to concrete. Weather relation. During concrete, what's weather condition? What's atmospheric condition? That we have to ensure. There's a definition of that. Means what is humidity? How much is humidity? How much is air temperature? How much is concrete temperature? We have to keep that into our quality consideration. That's also a point. Like that, there are so many procedures attributed to concrete, but these are not known to everyone. Concrete, if done and not cared for, it's same thing as dust. It's done but not cared for. There's no difference between dust and concrete if these are not taken care of. If concrete is not taken care of. So your money has become dust, you can say. That's the point. It's just like you don't take care of soil in foundation. So it's useless. Everything has its own, you can say, soil is very important material and it is very important for foundation and fills. And that's why this should be taken care of. But because of lack of information or lack of awareness in public, people do not know. It's 1 hour. I should be okay by now. I'm sorry. I'm getting this. It's 1 hour now. My headache should have gone. It's my problem, gases. See, there's a trap. There's a trap of gases. Airlock around my neck and in head. I should not show this in public, but I am not feeling well. What to do? Sometimes life is that. Well, I'm not going to talk a lot of this. I'm only saying that here concrete is very important material, and generally buildings are done because of concrete. And if you do not care about concrete, it won't care about your building. It's to be very simple. It won't care for you in use. It won't care for you in moisture. It won't care for you in sun. It won't care for you in all such instances. Well, so yeah, I suggest you should take care of your building yourself, or you should engage some engineer, qualified one, educated one, experienced one to take care of that. I am not guaranteeing engineer may know that, because engineers are not updating themselves. If engineers know them, fine. I taught you, I discussed with you last time many times before about concrete specifications. Maybe you have forgotten, you did not care for that. And it was not only for you, it's for whole public, for engineers, for everyone. I shared documents, pertinent specifications of concrete. High concrete, you can say, high specifications which give you thorough knowledge about concrete, and just Qatar specifications. If you care about concrete, just of concrete, I think you get something, some, you can say, return of your investment, at least in quality terms, if not something else. Okay, yaar. I'm feeling this, I don't know. Excuse me, gentlemen, क्या करूँ? I think I should stand for a while. There's no otherwise. I do stand for a while. क्या करेगा भाई? 1 घंटा हो चुका है. थोड़ा खड़ा हो जाता हूँ. देखते हैं खड़ा होकर फर्क पड़ता है कि नहीं. Let me see. Make something or no. एक तो मेरी प्रॉब्लम ऊपर से ही है. खैर कोई बात नहीं. So concrete is your friend, my friend. Remember, not only friend, it's your caretaker. Concrete is your caretaker, provided you to take initial care. It's like your guard of life. You know, concrete is your guard of life. If your concrete is good, you are lucky, and if your concrete is not good, you are not lucky. I would simply say that. You have to decide what you want. If you decide, I don't care, it's up to you. Your money, your life, your family. If you say no, I decide for that, that's also okay. Your choice, your money, you have to care for that. You have to think for your people, your family, your society. If your slab fails, if your construction fails, and it can cause accident, it's a loss to nation and loss to yourself. If you think your money is worth, then better if you have thoughts on that. I can only suggest. I have no pressure on you. I have no authority to force you. Because I understand this. I know what is meaning of concrete and what's meaning of quality. Rest up to you. If you say no, we don't care for designs, we don't care for quality, we just want building, then I have nothing to say in that regard. Your choice. But I would say, don't harm your future. Don't harm your building, because it will harm you. It's not only quality of concrete I'm talking system quality. System quality. System, that's very important. Concrete is not a system, whole building is a system. And those who, for example, contractors, engineer, employer, who are involved in that, they're all bound by some system. They are bound by system. If they don't respect system won't respect them. And system is made by human being, it's not automatically made. Properties are defined, nature is defined, material behavior is defined, and how to handle material, how to handle design, how to handle work, all are in system. All are in certain procedures, methods, and that's why I say method. though you cannot understand, I'm talking of methods for everything is very important. Without method, if you do something, I mean to say, the method is device, it's not something that's come from sky, this will come from sky, it's there. It's our thoughts, proven thoughts we put on the papers and we write, we are going to do like that. And that's just the method, means it's not, you can say, can't be changed. It can be changed according to requirement, it can be changed according to, you can say, according to what is required, what's not required. हमें क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, कैसे करना है, बहुत सोचना होता है. क्वालिटी का क्या है, क्वालिटी तो कहने के लिए है नहीं है, लेकिन क्वालिटी लेनी होती है. क्वालिटी के बिना अगर आप बिल्डिंग बनाते हैं तो अपना नुकसान करते हैं, किसी और का नहीं करते हैं. पैसा आपका, मकान आपका, ज़िंदगी आपकी, रहना आपको है. आप कचरे में रहना चाहते हैं या अच्छे मकान में रहना चाहते हैं, इसको आपको देखना है. हम तो बताने वाले हैं, बता देंगे, करना आपको है, नहीं करना आपको है. हमारे यहाँ इंजीनियर्स बहुत हैं, इंजीनियर्स भी इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेते हैं क्योंकि कोई इनकी वैल्यू नहीं करता है. याद रखना, ये कंक्रीट है, इसका मतलब सॉलिड होता है, और एक बार गलत हो गई तो दुनिया की कोई ताकत इसको ठीक नहीं कर सकती है. ये ऐसा सामग्री है. जब तक ये सूखी है कोई वैल्यू नहीं है इसकी. जब पानी डलता है इसमें तो ये अपना काम शुरू कर देती है. जैसे हम खाना खाते हैं, पानी पीते हैं, पानी अपना काम करता है, खाना अपना काम करता है. ऐसे ही कंक्रीट है. आपके लिए ये होगा कि हमने रेता मिला दिया, या हमने बदरपुर मिला दिया, या हमने डस्ट मिला दी और रोड़ी डाल दी. आपके लिए रोड़ी डस्ट होगी, आपके लिए खाली सीमेंट होगी. लेकिन कंक्रीट तो कंक्रीट है. इसकी एक अपनी दुनिया है. अंदर ही अंदर इसमें क्या होता है आप भी नहीं जानते. होता बहुत कुछ है. आफ्टर ऑल है तो मटेरियल. किस तरह से कनेक्शन मटेरियल्स का होता है अंदर एक दूसरे से, कैसे काम वो करते हैं, ये बातें समझने की नहीं, होने की है. आपके लिए तो मिक्सिंग है, बस हो गई, डाल दी. आपके ठेकेदार ने आपको करके दे दिया, जी मैंने आपकी स्लैब डाल दी, लेंटर डाल दिया, आप खुश हो गए, ताली बजा रहे हैं, लेंटर डाल दिया, मिठाइयाँ बांट रहे हैं. पर आपको नहीं पता आपने क्या किया, आपको पता ही कुछ नहीं है. खैर, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा आप सेलिब्रेट मत कीजिए, आप लेंटर डालिए, कुछ भी कीजिए, खुश हो रहिए. हमने ये कर दिया, हमने वो कर दिया, लेकिन आपने सच पूछो तो कुछ नहीं किया, अपना पैसा बर्बाद कर दिया. क्योंकि आपने वो सिस्टम नहीं लिया जो होना चाहिए, नहीं किया आपने. बस आप खुश हो गए, जी मेरा मकान बन गया, मैंने इतने कॉलम खड़े कर दिए, मैंने ऐसे कर दिया, मैंने वैसे कर दिया, मैंने कितना सरिया लगा दिया, और आप खुश क्योंकि आपने खरीदाने का देखो मैंने इतने सरिया लगा दिया, आप खुश. दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम. दैट इज व्हाट प्रॉब्लम लाइज इन आवर कंट्री. हर आदमी खुश कर देता है दूसरे को और खुश हो जाते हैं आप. हम खुश हो गए जी, देखो कितना सरिया लग गया मेरे मकान में, कितना मजबूत है मेरा मकान. बस इतना है, इससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. तो ये नहीं जानते सरिया कितना लगना चाहिए, कितना नहीं लगना चाहिए, किसी को नहीं मालूम. बस अपनी अपनी हाँकते हैं सब. उसका इलाज कोई क्या करेगा, आपको पता ही नहीं है कि सरिया क्यों लगाया जाता है. बस लगा दो, मैंने 16 का डाल दिया, मैंने 12 का डाल दिया, मैंने 20 का डाल दिया. ऐसी बातें हो जाती हैं. भाई मैंने 16 के सरिये डाले, मैंने 12, मैंने 20 के सरिये डाल दिए, इतना टन, क्या मजबूत है बिल्डिंग. इसी गलतफहमी के शिकार हम हैं. पता नहीं कुछ भी, करना सब कुछ, कहना सब कुछ. स्टील इज स्टील, सरिया सरिया है, कंक्रीट कंक्रीट है. दोनों की रिश्तेदारी है. वो रिश्तेदारी कंक्रीट की स्टील की है, लेकिन उसके रिश्तेदार आप भी हैं, क्योंकि उनको खरीद आप रहे हैं. वो स्टील जो खरीदे आपने सस्ती नहीं खरीदी, बहुत महंगी आती है. उसी तरह से दूध कितना डालना है चाय में, पत्ती कितनी डालनी है, बस किसी ने बोल दिया भाई 20 के डाल देते हैं, बहुत मजबूत हो जाएगी बीम. इसने 16 के डाल देते हैं, 18 के डाल देते हैं, अरे देखो मैंने कितना डाल दिया यार, इतने इतने इंच पे डाल दो तो हम चल गया। ठीक है आपने किसी बिल्डिंग पे डाले होंगे, मैं ये नहीं कहता, लेकिन इस वाले में इतने लगेंगे, ये कैसे कह सकते हैं आप? यही तो बात मैं आपसे कर रहा हूं। कई बार तो इंजीनियर से भी मुझे अजीब सा लगता है, ऐसी बातें कर देते हैं जो नहीं करनी चाहिए। भाई बिल्डिंग बना रहे हैं, एक एक ऐसी चीज बना रहे हैं जो हमने पहले नहीं बनाई, और हम चाहते हैं वो बहुत अच्छी बने, क्योंकि एक ही बार तो बनती है, वो दोबारा तो नहीं बन सकती वो बिल्डिंग जो एक बार बन गई, उसको आप ठीक भी नहीं कर सकते। जो कंक्रीट डल गई, उसमें जो सरिया चला गया, आफ्टर दैट यू हैव नो कंट्रोल ऑन दैट। जो शेप आपने देनी थी दे दी, वो शेप भी आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते। नाइदर यू कैन चेंज शेप, नॉर यू कैन चेंज कॉन्क्रीट, नॉर यू कैन टेक आउट स्टील, यू कैन डू नथिंग, नथिंग एंड नथिंग। जब आपके कंट्रोल से वो मेटल सारे कंट्रोल छीन लेता है, जिसको हम कंक्रीट कहते हैं, वो मटेरियल, एक तो कंक्रीट पहले थी और कंक्रीट मुश्क पत्थर बन चुकी है, मैं उसकी बात कर रहा हूँ, वो सारे कंट्रोल आपसे छीन लेती है, सब कंट्रोल छीन लेती है आपसे। उसकी जब प्रोडक्शन हो गई उसके बाद फिर वो किसी की नहीं होती, अपनी होती है। आप उसको चाहे भी तो आप बदल नहीं सकते, हाँ तोड़ सकते हैं, उसको फेंक सकते हैं निकाल के, जेबी से लाइए लगाइए सब गिरा दीजिए, वो आप करेंगे नहीं, वो होगा भी नहीं। तो भाई फिर ये सब इतनी प्रॉब्लम करती है जिसका हम इलाज नहीं कर सकते, तो हम ऐसी बीमारी क्यों लें जिसका हम इलाज नहीं कर सकते? कहते हैं ना, कोई अगर बीमारी है जिसका इलाज ना हो तो ये बीमारी है जिसका इलाज नहीं है। गलत कंक्रीट का कोई इलाज नहीं है, याद रख लेना। गलत कंक्रीट का और गलत सरिया डालने का कोई इलाज नहीं है, जो गया गया, इसका इलाज है ही नहीं। अगर आपने गलत कर दिया तो भुगतो उसको। उसका नाम ही कंक्रीट है। जो आपका कुदरती पत्थर होता है ना, कुदरती पत्थर, वो तो धोखा दे जाएगा आपको। लेकिन ये जो पत्थर आपने बनाया है सरिया डाल के, कंक्रीट बनाई है आपने, ये पत्थर आपको धोखा नहीं देगा अगर सही होगा तो। ये पत्थर आपको धोखा नहीं देगा अगर आपने सही बनाया तो। लेकिन अगर आपने इसको सही नहीं बनाया तो इससे बड़ा कोई धोखेबाज भी नहीं, क्योंकि ये ना फेल होगा ना पास होगा, ये धोखा देगा आपको। ना तो ये देगा आपको वो शक्ति जिसके लिए आपने पैसा खर्चा, ना देगा आपको वो परफॉर्मेंस जो आप चाहते हैं, और आप इसे कुछ बिगाड़ भी नहीं सकते, इसे कुछ कह भी नहीं सकते। वो भी एक बात है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप इसको, क्या कर लेंगे इसका? इसके ऊपर एफआईआर तो आप कर नहीं सकते, इसके आप पिटाई भी नहीं कर सकते, इसको आप जेल में भी नहीं डाल सकते। फिर क्या करेंगे आप? अपना माथा पकड़ के रोइए, बस ये करेंगे आप। तो अपने माथा पकड़ के रोने की नौबत क्यों आए? क्यों आए? आपने कह देना है ठेकेदार ने ऐसा नहीं किया, ठेकेदार ने वैसा नहीं किया, फिर बाद में शिकायत करने से क्या होता है? जब मकान बैठ जाता है, किसी को समझ नहीं आता है क्यों बैठ गया, कैसे बैठ गया, क्यों बैठ गया, बैठ गया, पर कोई कारण नहीं है किसी के पास, पर बस अजम्पशंस, कल्पनाएं। उसने कुटाई नहीं की होगी, उसने दबाया नहीं इसको, कंक्रीट अच्छी सीमेंट डाली नहीं अच्छी, दुनिया भर की गप्पें शुरू हो जाती हैं। पता किसी को कुछ नहीं है। मेरे को क्या हो गया आज, आई डोंट नो यार, क्या हो रहा है, इतना टेम्परेचर 5 है, फिर ये हाल है। गैस क्यों बन रही है मेरे को? कई बार पता नहीं मुझे क्या होता है, खाना भी ज्यादा नहीं खा रहा हूं, फिर ये हाल है। एकदम ऐसा लग रहा है तो सर फट रहा हो। पता नहीं क्या होता है, कई बार हो जाता है ऐसा। तो मैं कर ही लूँ यार ऐसे। लेट मी डू फॉर 2-3 मिनट्स लाइक दिस। शायद आपको भी लग रहा होगा मैं आपके सामने क्यों कर रहा हूँ। क्या करें भाई, जिंदगी ऐसी, लाइफ ऐसी है, तकलीफ है तो मैं क्या करूँ बताइए। मैंने कहा चलो बात तो करने लोगों से, कि दर्द पर तो होते रहते हैं। मन में सोचा कि मैं आपसे कुछ शेयर कर दूँ बातें, 2-4 मिनट बीच में ऐसे कर रहा हूँ, तो ये भी शेयर ही कर रहा हूँ। देखिए डकारें आ रही हैं, क्या क्या आ रहा है पता नहीं क्या हुआ। मैं खाया भी कुछ नहीं था, फिर भी हो रहा है ऐसे। 2-4 मूंगफली जरूर खाई थी रात को। एक कप चाय भी पी है, फिर ये हाल है। क्या करूं। पता नहीं यार क्या हो जाता है मेरे को, एज का सवाल है क्या। गैस भरी पड़ी है और एयर लॉक हो गया लगता है, ये भी टेंशन हो गया अंदर। हाँ? अंदर टेंशन हो गई है बॉडी में लगता है। इसका कोई इलाज नहीं है, अपने आप ही जाएगी। ये देखिए फंसी पड़ी है अंदर ही अंदर, ये देखिए निकल रही है। इतना गर्म पानी पीना पड़ेगा। खैर मजाक तो हो गया। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब आपसे ये है, आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन टू यू, इट इज़ योर बिल्डिंग, इट इज़ योर स्ट्रक्चर। इफ यू वांट टू मेक इट बेटर, it is your choice. If you don't want to make it better, it's also your choice. पर ये नहीं कहना कल को कि कुछ हो गया आपकी बिल्डिंग में, बैठ गई थोड़ी सी तो भूत आके बैठा गया, भूत आ गया था उसने बैठा दिया। या कल को कहीं इसमें श्रिंकेज आ गई, फूक पर उठ गई, कुछ हो गया, तो मत कह देना कि ऐसा भूत कर गया। ठेकेदार को तो कमाना है, वो तो कमाएगा और वो आपको भी उल्लू बनाएगा, आप उल्लू बनेंगे भी, और वो अपना 10-15-20% जो कमाना है कमाएगा। तो आप क्या कर देंगे? आपकी मजबूरी है कि आपने उससे ही बनवानी है, वो भी एक मजबूरी है, क्योंकि आप खुद नहीं बनाना जानते, वो भी मजबूरी है। कोई बात नहीं, क्वालिटी तो आए, बेशक वो कमाए, हम उसकी बात नहीं कर रहे, कमाएगा, धंधा कर रहा है तो कमाएगा, इसमें क्या बात है, लेकिन क्वालिटी तो आए भाई। जो मैं पैसा दे रहा हूँ, खर्च रहा हूँ, उसमें मिले तो सही ना कुछ। इफ आई डोंट गेट क्वालिटी, व्हाट्स पर्पस ऑफ दैट? आई एम स्पेंडिंग मनी गोइंग टू दैट पर्सन, लेट दैट पर्सन मेक प्रॉफिट, इट्स नो प्रॉब्लम टू मी इफ दैट पर्सन मेक्स प्रॉफिट, बट my building should also be profited, benefited of quality system that I'm not getting. That's point where I fail, means as owner. and I'm not supported, and I don't know that I'm failed, but I'm failed. I don't even know I'm failing, but I fail. यही है। तो भाई अगर आपको सरिया कितना डालना है ये नहीं पता और आप डाले जा रहे हैं क्योंकि आपने डिज़ाइन नहीं कराया, किसी से पूछा नहीं कितना डालना चाहिए किसी इंजीनियर से, और आपने जैसा उसने कहा तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ने आपके कह दिया या किसी स्टील फिक्सर ने कह दिया, बस उतना डाल दिया आपने बिना हिसाब किताब से। वो ज़्यादा भी डल सकता है और कम भी रह सकता है। ज़्यादा गया तो बेकार है और कम गया तो डिफेक्टिव है ही है। ज़्यादा गया तो ये है कि आपको उसका यूज़ कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, आपका पैसा ज़्यादा चला गया, यूज़ तो उतना ही होगा जितना चाहिए, बाकी बेकार है। इसलिए बहुत बड़ा इशू है। सस्ता नहीं है स्टील, बहुत महंगा है, कंक्रीट से महंगा पड़ता है। तो ये बात भी सोचने की है। पहले तो मैंने सोचा था कि आज डॉक्यूमेंट शेयर करूं, फिर मैंने कहा थोड़ा बात ही करते हैं लोगों से, डॉक्यूमेंट शेयर तो करते रहेंगे। कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बहुत बड़ा काम है अगर आप सही देखें तो। कॉन्ट्रैक्टर का काम आसान काम नहीं होता है। अगर इतना आसान होता तो आप खुद ही अपनी बिल्डिंग बनवा लेते, ये भी सच बात है। उसमें भागा दौड़ी बहुत है, रिस्क भी बहुत है, सुपरविजन भी बहुत है, और मेरे ख्याल तो काफ़ी काम होता है कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग में। बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियों में बहुत काम होते हैं। चलो आपका तो छोटा मकान है, इसमें इतनी हलचल नहीं भी हो, इसमें इतनी हलचल ना भी हो, क्या हुआ भाई यार, मैं क्या करूं। अभी हुआ कितना टाइम है, 5:15 में है, ये तो बहुत टाइम है। मैं क्या करूं आज, सो जाऊं क्या, नींद भी नहीं आएगी। बोला नहीं जा रहा मुझसे। खैर बात तो करूँगा, लेटे लेटे सही, बैठे बैठे सही, एक्सरसाइज करते करते सही, बात तो करनी जरूरी। क्योंकि मैं क्यों इसलिए बात करना चाहता हूँ, मुझे खुद समझ नहीं आता है। हमेशा मैं क्वालिटी पे क्यों बात करना चाहता हूँ। शायद ये सोचते होंगे आप भी, यार ये क्या आदमी है, जब देखो क्वालिटी लेके बैठ जाता है। क्या करूँ, मेरी आदत है। मुझे कोई चीज़ गलत हो ना, मुझे वो हजम नहीं होती। हजम का मतलब मैं देख भी नहीं पाता उसको, लेकिन क्या करूँ, कोई किसको कहूँ। रास्ते में कहीं मकान बन रहे होते हैं, मैं देखता हूँ यार ये क्या गलत काम कर रहे हैं, मैं किसको भी नहीं कर सकता वहाँ। गुस्सा तो आता है, पर क्या करूँ, कोई सुनता है। लोग ऐसे हैं, लोग भी नहीं चाहते कुछ अच्छा हो। ये क्योंकि शायद सब कंप्रोमाइज में रहते हैं, पैसा भी नुकसान करेंगे, कंप्रोमाइज भी करेंगे, और फिर रोएंगे भी। मेरे बेसमेंट में पानी आ गया, मेरा बेसमेंट ऊपर उठ गया, और जब बनवाएंगे तब पूछेंगे नहीं किसी से। मेरी दीवार में क्रैक आ रहे हैं, देखो बैठ गई मेरी दीवार, क्या करूं, मेरी स्लैब झुक रही है। बोलेंगे बहुत, जब कोई मकान बनाएगा उस टाइम सोचेगा नहीं। क्या करें, लापरवाही है, अनअवेयरनेस है। छत चाहिए बस, कैसे ये बन जाए। यही है यहाँ का कल्चर, भारत का। बड़ी कंपनी वाले भी केयर नहीं करते हैं क्वालिटी की, उनको भी क्या लेना देना है। उनको बिल से मतलब है, उनका पैसा मिलना चाहिए बस। उनके पैसे आने चाहिए, क्वालिटी क्वालिटी तो अपने आप हो जाएगी। सोच ऐसी हो जाए तो कोई क्या करेगा? इफ यू थिंक दैट वे, व्हाट शैल वन डू? भाई जान, अब देखिए मैं आपके सामने कितना टाइम खराब कर रहा हूँ आपका, कर रहा हूँ ना। अगर यही टाइम मैं स्मार्ट होता आज, आई सी, क्या हो गया मुझे आज? अच्छा वाला आया था, थोड़ा सा हल्का हल्का दर्द था, अब देखो बढ़ता जा रहा है यार। सोया भी हूँ, नहाया भी हूँ। ऐसे आप कंक्रीट के ऊपर हाथ मारेंगे कुछ फायदा नहीं होगा, सर पे तो मार रहा हूँ मैं। कह रहे हैं वीडियो बना रहा है कि ये सर फोड़ रहा है अपना, बात कर रहे हैं कि वीडियो बना रहे हैं, सर फोड़ रहे हैं अपना। क्या करूं भाई, क्या करूं, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा। मैं समय का भी यूज़ करना चाहता हूँ, आपसे बात भी करना चाहता हूँ, आपको कुछ बताना भी चाहता हूँ। कई भी मजबूरी होती है, क्या करे कोई, तबीयत ठीक ना हो तो। हालांकि तबीयत इतनी ख़राब नहीं है, लेकिन ये सर का ना जो दर्द सा है, जा नहीं रहा। ये कैसे हो गया आज पता नहीं। एक दो दिन से ज़्यादा वॉक नहीं की मैंने, शायद उससे हो सकता हो गया हो, गैस नहीं। खैर होने दो उसको, हम बात तो करेंगे मकान की। क्वालिटी हर जगह बनी है सिस्टम ने, क्वालिटी बनाने की कैसी हो, किस तरह से अच्छे डिज़ाइन किए जाए, किस तरह से अच्छा मटेरियल खरीदा जाए, ये सब बताया हुआ गया है। क्या करेगा भाई, कुछ बात समझ नहीं आ रहा। थोड़ा जल्दी जाऊँगा लगता है। चलिए अब हम समझाते हैं आपको कि कंक्रीट का ध्यान रखें आप, और जो भी काम करते हैं उसका ध्यान रखें आप। यू हैव टू टेक केयर, डोंट लीव इट टू दोज पीपल हु वांट टू लूट यू विदाउट इवन टेलिंग दैट यू विल बी रॉब्ड। आपको लूटते रहते हैं वो, और आपको समझ नहीं आता है, और आप लुटवाए जाते हैं। आप लुटवाए जाते हैं। क्या करूँ मैं आज, तो भी क्या हो गया मेरे को आज पता नहीं। गिलास गर्म पानी पीना पड़ेगा। आपको छोड़ना पड़ेगा फिर खाली यहाँ पे, क्या करूँ? चल क्यों ऐसे छोड़ दूंगा तो कहेंगे चला गया छोड़ के, बीच में हम गप्पे मार रहे हैं बैठ के, यहाँ पे वेट कर रहे हैं उनका। दिमाग ठीक ना होने के बाद बातें भी नहीं सही होती हैं। कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में बात कर रहा था, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर पे उतना ही भरोसा होना चाहिए अगर वो रियली कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है, वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के हिसाब से काम करता है तो भरोसा होना चाहिए। और वो नहीं समझता कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वगैरह अपने चलाता है तो फिर इस कॉन्ट्रैक्टर में कैसे मान लूँ? वाई शुड आई एक्सेप्ट दैट पर्सन कॉन्ट्रैक्टर? नहीं मान सकते ना, पॉइंट है यहाँ पे, नहीं मान सकते हमसे कॉन्ट्रैक्टर। तो सुनता नहीं है तो कैसा कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है? सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है, सब कुछ करने के लिए है, फिर वो नहीं मान रहा है तो क्या करें? बात तो ठीक है, पैसा देते हैं भाई, काम करो, जैसा होना चाहिए वैसा करो, पर उसको भी तो बताने वाला कोई होना चाहिए ना क्या करना है। हम्म, कौन बताएगा? आपको पता नहीं, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ऐसा करना नहीं तो कौन बताएगा? कौन चेक करेगा उसको? उसको चेक करेगा इंजीनियर। उसकी खाल खींचेगा इंजीनियर। खाल खींचने का मतलब वैसे खाल खींचने से नहीं है, वर्क की खाल खींचेगा। वर्क सही करो भाई, नहीं तो हम काम रोक देंगे, आपको पेमेंट नहीं देंगे। यहाँ तो लोग कहते हैं यार काम क्यों रोक रहे हैं उसका, भाग जाएगा वो। अच्छा भाना है, भाग जाएगा। भाग जाएगा वो, ऐसा ही लगता है, भाग जाते हैं। क्या आप पैसा देते हैं, काम लेते हैं, कोई किसी पे एहसान नहीं कर रहा यहाँ पे, मुफ्त में काम नहीं कर रहा यहाँ पे, लेकिन आपको ऐसा लगता है उसके बिना आपका काम नहीं होगा। वो सच है कि जो काम उसका है वो उसको ही करना है, पेमेंट लेनी है उसने, नहीं करेगा तो पेमेंट नहीं मिलेगी। जाना ही पड़ेगा पानी पीने, उतना तो रह सकते हैं। भैया ऐसा करो, मैं 5 मिनट में आता हूँ, एक गिलास पानी पी के आता हूँ। गर्म पानी नीचे जाना पड़ेगा मुझको, ऊपर वो डिस्पेंसर नहीं है तो शायद पी के आऊँगा, कोई बात बनेगी, किसी बात नहीं बनेगी। एक गर्म पानी पी के आता हूँ, होल्ड कीजिए जरा थोड़ी देर भाई। If I can move further or not, I don't know. Sorry gentlemen, I wasted your time. थोड़ा पानी पी के आया हूँ, sorry for that. No way, गैस बन रही थी, थोड़ा गर्म पानी पिया. Let me see if it improves. अगर ये सही रहता है तो मैं कुछ बात करूँगा आगे, नहीं तो फिर बंद कर दूँगा. सॉरी. आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को पता होना चाहिए इंजीनियरिंग क्या है. आपके कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को पता होना चाहिए कंक्रीट क्या है. इफ़ योर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर डजंट नो दिस, और वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को नहीं समझ आता, तो भाई क्यों आप उसे काम देते हैं. आप कहेंगे कहाँ से लाएं. बात तो सही है, कहाँ से लाएं, लेकिन कहाँ से लाएं के कारण आप अपना पैसा ख़राब कर दें, वो भी तो ठीक नहीं है. Very good question you can raise from where I get this contractor, but because you have to give this job to a contractor, only because of that if you want to hire a contractor, then certainly there will be fake contractors in market who do not know anything about construction engineering, and they are there to work for you, and certainly they cannot give you output. They cannot deliver product which is engineering product, but just contractor's product. If you don't have professional contractor who is expert on such activities, better don't hire, because that contractor shall spoil your money, shall spoil material. If that contractor does not understand anything, then better, you can do better than that. Don't believe in any mason, what mason says, in any carpenter or in any person who has no background of engineering, and he will repeat same mistake as that person repeated on some other buildings. This is my advice, this is my suggestion. In your interest, in interest of your building, in interest of preservation, best use of your money. Otherwise it's up to you. It's only concrete I'm telling you for everything, because concrete comes later. First comes foundation, and if foundation is not to mark, you can say nothing is to mark. It's very important one. If foundation is not to mark, your whole building is not to mark. Foundation is soil, and soil is very brilliant material that should be taken care of. अगर आपने सॉइल का परवाह नहीं की तो सॉइल, मिट्टी आपकी बिल्डिंग की परवाह नहीं करेगी. ये एक बात कहने की नहीं है, समझने की है, क्योंकि ना तो मिट्टी बोल सकती है, ना आपकी बिल्डिंग बोल सकती है, लेकिन दोनों एक दूसरे के लिए बने. बिल्डिंग आप बना रहे हैं, उस पर सॉइल पहले से है. इफ दैट सॉइल इज एडिक्वेट in its strength to bear that building loads, that building moments, it's called fine. But that soil has further soils below. You should know, soil that is going to take your building load has also to deliver that load to further below layers. That is purpose of soil, because purpose of soil is to spread your load onto wider area through foundation. Foundation itself a wider area, then foundation further spreads it to further wider area, so that if load of your building does not exceed capacity of soil, it's safe. Otherwise it's not safe. In case your building is having more load than capacity of soil, then your soil will not work, and building will not be able to transfer its loads to soil, and there will be, you can say, sinking of building or settlement of building, again maybe failure of building. You can say failure of foundation, and that leads to failure of building. So it's a design issue. Yes, it is a design issue. You must be wary about that. Design issue. design issue, construction issue, quality issue, safety issue, all issues. Who has to take care of this? It's owner who has to be responsible for that. Responsible in the sense it's your money. You are not expert of this, but you have to hire services of some experts. And you have to not only hire, to regard what that expert advises you or instructs. This instruction is not order. This instruction is just to make something systematic. When you say you have to make something systematic, then instructions are required to be followed. As a very proprietary material, it's written they have to follow manufacturer's instruction. It doesn't order. It's an order of that system, that is, order of their system. Not order to you. It's okay, I'm getting some problem. I think I'm releasing some gas. Oh my God. It is very interesting to find out that building is something that talks to you as well. Not becoming well. I don't know why I'm doing this in video. You will be laughing on me. I think she will post it. I'm on board to do this. I can't concentrate on talk. I think I'm wasting my time and your time. Sorry. What to do? Already 2 hours nearly. I don't know, unexpected it happened today. I think I should close it. I'm not feeling easy. Very well. I think I should go. I'm not interested in wasting your time. Unfortunately happening. I'm sarcastic. I think I should. Well, sorry, gentlemen, for today. Sorry, gentlemen, not to do. I close it. I'm not in mood to talk. I'm not getting energy. Thank you very much.